Welcome everyone to week 2 of the pre-season testing here at FNL. As we are at Spa, the big old, one of the longest circuits on the calendar here at Belgium. Now, turn this back up. And we're here for another short qualifying session. 18 minutes is the length. As we have Crystal Paladin showing us the circuit firsthand with his medium compound to start us off. A few things that I might have to mention is that, yes, we were meant to start this week for actual racing, but due to the amount of issues Codemasters has given us in the opening weeks of F1 2021, they decided to delay the season start an extra week. So we're doing another test just to see what the cars are like. There was a major update that was released and a lot of patches that came towards the glitches that we were noticing throughout our spectating leisure. One thing that I have noticed that I've already got into the game is that the intervals are still an issue. Rev glitch apparently has been fixed, so we might not be getting any more revving, which will be kind of nice. Other than that, I feel like the cars apparently have been slowed down. I think that's also another moment that could actually happen, is that we're not seeing as quick of times, or maybe the cars are just more stable. So we'll go on board with Crystal here, and we'll watch his lap around Spa. He's on the medium compound. He didn't turn off his hot lap mode during his out lap, so he's only got 64% in the tank, so it's not going to be very efficient for him if he does invalidate to use to go for another lap. Eddie Carr's going to lose it up at the top over Rouge and Radion. He has. First car that's lost it, and he's going to reverse it back into the wall. He hasn't retired the car, so he hasn't got a huge amount of damage, but he definitely has wing damage on the back there on the end wing, so that's to show that the damage is on. Ghosting definitely off as well. So you get top right of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, we can re-watch how he loses traction at the top of the hill and then spins around nicely, avoiding everyone else as all the other drivers are coming through. Let's see, I believe it was a Merc. I think it was behind him. Oh, he's also invalidated. How about Dills? Is he on a lap? Currently he is. Let's stay on board with him. Flying through the long left-hander here. And he's going into a pretty hard braking zone into a right and then a left-hander, instantly coming towards the back half of the track. And then there's the famous house that's popping up on your left-hand side of the track here. As you can see, it's still active in the game here. There's the house. Famous that it's always been track side of Spa. As he's coming through to the final part of Spa here into the bus stop chicane, into the biggest braking zone of the circuit. Let's see how he attacks this going at the 100-meter board. He does nicely, pulls it into second gear, doesn't go into first. Will he short shift? Not really, but he a bit tentative on the acceleration, but he does stay on the softs, and it's a 1:42.4. So he's kicking us off with a reasonably quick time. Anyone else that's about to finish their lap, Vass in the Mercedes. Let's see what time he can also pull off. He's into the 1:34s, into the bus stop. Doesn't opt for first. He does for a momentarily go into first gear, and he's going to pull off a 1:43. A 1:43.5. So a second off the pace. Even Kane has finally put in a lap instead of showing up at the end of qualifying. He did a 1:43.0, and he seems to be a one and done lap kind of guy, so he slotted himself into P2. And then Kopsky has entered himself into P2, one of the new drivers that we're mentioning from the previous week into Haas, as well as his teammate A2 Mobile, who's going to be opting for the mediums coming out of the pits. And Rappel with his medium time is a 1:44.1. The difference between medium to soft compound is, I believe, a 1 second difference. So he looks like he's doing 2 runs though. we'll just stay on board of the Constructors Champion of the previous season in F1 2021, which was AlphaTauri, and they have the same teammates, so it's Masticles and Rappel, who were even on the points up to round week 6 or 7. So these guys were equal on points, exchanging positions and exchanging overall tally of who was #1 driver, bounced up and down, but then Rappel took it at the back half of the season when Masticles missed a few races. The results didn't pan out his way. Let's see what time he can produce here. Is it an improvement? Let's see what he slots up in. A 1:43.5, so he's improved by 4/10. So a good improvement on the mediums. Starting on the mediums will be strong here at Spa, especially in a 25% race. Ending on the quicker softs and with the low amount of fuel left into the car. So who else is close on making a lap? It looks like Crystal is starting his. Oh no, he's on his... Yeah, he's starting a lap. He is too. So let's see if Crystal can maintain car control. Up Eau Rouge and Radeon. Oh, and he's lost in the same position, and this time he has retired the car. So back to back and on the medium compound as well. So he just couldn't find the grip in the car, and that's unfortunately retired him out of the qualifying session here at Spa. So just rewatching it again. Yeah, he's just a bit twitchy going up to the final part of Eau Rouge, and then at the start of Radeon, sorry, just the back end just comes out. Now let's have a look. Track map wise, we have a McLaren who's coming into the bus stop. And he's pulling in, so he's already done his lap. A 1:43.6 is the time by Zach. So we have 4 drivers on their out lap. Very spread apart. One on the Camel Straight of Yumpsy, who pulled off a fantastic qualifying session in both races last week. As he's toggling through the gears, getting them nice warmed up. It's almost like it's rev glitching out. Maybe that's the way the game has like fixed it. We can't? Yeah, it's revving. Let's just stay on board and listen. What the fuck is that? Well, the rev glitch is still in the game. It's fantastic. They've like put noise suppression towards it. AT Mobile going up the Eau Rouge and Radeon onto the Camel Straight. Let's see what time he can pull compared to his teammate. They were very close in qualifying last week. And then here we go at the Les Cosmos here. The left, right, left, right. And then I don't know really anything else. I know like Pouan and I know Blanchimont, that's about it. And this is like no name. It might have a name, but I know the corner is just known as no name. So Blanchimont swinging down turn 12 into turns 13 and 14. Car on the left hand side might put him off slightly. No, he seems okay. Slamming through the gears, he has purpled sector 2. A very tight line, reducing the amount of tenths in his overall lap. And now swinging through the fast left-hander of Blanchimont with these new modern day cars that can just go flat on 8th gear into the chicane. Let's see what time he can produce. Oh, he's a little twitchy coming out of the bus stop. We definitely lost him a few tenths there. He's got to finish in the 42s. It's a 42.5 with a mistake. So I believe that would have potentially been pole position there. He definitely lost a tenth or two coming out of the bus stop. And Dill's showing an incredible pace in his opening lap, a 1:42.4, and he's stayed there the entire session so far. So the boy's got pace in the McLaren, but again, he's in a McLaren, he's an admin, he's going to crash. A little bit of a lock up on the rears. But he seems to, very smooth coming out. Revs it out. Going into 42 flats. But he has improved by 3/10. The track is getting quicker. And he's found room to improve. A 1:42.1 is the time to beat. 4/10 is into second place difference. So yeah, incredible gap that Dills has made to produce into P1 so far. Who is that off the track? Oh, it's just kind of... Has he made a mistake? Or is he just letting people go? Oh, and there's Bert. Bert made a mistake. Bert, who had a fantastic round 1 in the preseason, finishing, I believe, P5 in Brazil. So he's showing great consistency as long as he keeps that going, keep the momentum going into the start of the season. And there we go, Kopsky with a 1:41.8, improving his time. Purple in all sectors as well. So Dills has a little bit of competition as we have... How much time do we have in the session? Or is that it? I have no timer. Yo, kind of wild, huh? Oh, there we go, 5 minutes left. It was just the yellow flag thing is covering it up. Who thought of that? Like, who have that just to the right? Like... I'll leave you on board with Masticles for the end of his lap. I'll be just right back. I have returned, and Masticles has decided to go into the pits anyway, so I've picked the wrong driver to leave you guys on. So Vass, currently on a 1:42.4, and we're finishing his lap up because of the fuel indicator. Yumsy coming out late on the mediums. Does he believe he has the pace on the mediums to stay within the 10, or to be a little cheeky and start in at 11th and get the fresh mediums for the race? Because it is only 25%. As I think we've had a mistake, or the Haas just letting someone go. I believe it's just the Haas letting someone go. But Licorice looks like he's got no front wing. Oh yeah, look at that, no front wing. So Licorice has lost control of the car somewhere during his fast lap. If he gets to the pit in time, he might be able to go in, go out. Oh, unless he hits the wall, as he does. Comic relief, this guy. In the wall like that, just bounces off. Surprised he didn't retire. Using all the track available for him. And now Yumsy on his mediums. Let's see what he can do. Short shift. I can't see the amount of revs he's got because of the glitch. But he was just slamming through the gears. Lost the rear end slightly, so that's going to lose him a lot of time. Oh, those mediums. Oh, he maintained control, but you can see that back end wanted to stick out slightly. So, very minimum amount of traction for the medium compound coming up Rouge and Radeon. But like going through the Camel Straight, showing a great top speed. And then he's going to come through and just keep flying through, getting the curves. Oh, and he's caught the curb too hard, and he's absolutely destroyed the front wing of that Mercedes, and the mediums just don't look like they've got enough traction here at Spa. Absolutely another huge mistake on the medium compound. We've seen it twice by Crystal, and then we saw it once by Yums. He's going to let his teammate go. I believe that's maybe potentially Kane. It was too. So we'll stay on board with him for the rest of the this lap. Jeez. So Blanchimont going through. No, that's a Blanchimont. No, that's Pawn. Blanchimont's in the back. Staying with those curves, very nicely done. Every curb hit is just reducing that time, keeping the sleekest route throughout this circuit so far to give him the most optimal time of what. But so far he's only done 1:43, which was his opening lap. 2 seconds currently off the pace, and he's on his out lap. But I see the hot lap. So he's got hot lap still on. I find it weird that drivers actually don't have that turned off. I thought he was on a lap. He's opting for the wide line to get the most acceleration he can get out of the start of his lap. So let's see what he can do. Turn 1. A little sketchy, wasn't planted enough. Going up the hill. Keeping the car control. DRS open, ERS on hot lap, flying through the Camel Straight, hard braking into the right-hander, then left, then right again. He's going down the mountain now. I wouldn't say mountain, I'd say hill. Flying through, doesn't lock up very nicely. Could be the assist that's probably being used. Through No Name. Using all the track limits that he can without hitting the wall. Flying through, stays away from the curb. A little bit of a wide line, but optimizes for more straight line speed for this part of the circuit here. Let's see how much time he's up coming into the Sector 2 split. Should be finishing now. And he's invalidated, but it was up 1.1 at the time. And he's decided to put into the wall. So he's shown his frustration. Oh. What happened here? Maybe contact with the Ferrari and Merc. Oh my god. Lucky Kopsky's finished his lap because the retired car has just decided to cut across him. So Rappel actually got his final lap in. Let's see what he can do here. Oh, he's up 7 seconds, so his lap doesn't matter. Zach's lap doesn't matter. Dills' lap doesn't matter. He's finished with a 42.1. Oh, out of nowhere actually is Null with a 1:42.1, and he's set to try and improve that time. And he does, but not enough for P1, but he was down by 2/10. A 1:41.8 coming out of nowhere. Oh, what an odd scene at the end of qualifying. Ferrari and McLaren. Aston Martin put himself in the wall on purpose. As we sit here for a minute 10, because people in the pits can actually just retire, if they didn't know that. So we just start vibing. And we back. As the drivers calibrate their setups for the final time before starting Spa, I'd like to thank the 6 people at the bottom of the screen, like always. Those guys donated towards the cause of me doing commentary for the year, getting the game nice and early rather than me waiting for EA to release it on EA Play. So thank you to those 6 on the bottom of Null, Davies, Prezzo, Yumpsy, Lick and Dills. You'll see many of these drivers on the grid right now. And let's give them the best of luck towards the race. As we have 20 seconds before the grid line up, get ready for Spa. Basically, should be a fucking good race. About 16 drivers on the grid total. Didn't see anyone join late. And I think we have another 25% race after this. Unsure of the venue. I didn't really check the attendance. But we're here at Spa. And that's all that matters. As we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here at Spa. And away we go with Mercedes taking the top 2 spots. Newell in the 3rd. As we come flying down the grid. Doesn't seem to be any major incidents so far. Very laggy though. As seems to be cars flying all over the place. Yumpsy actually pulling a Lewis Hamilton and just flying past turn 1. Seems like it's server lag. Like, I didn't have any of these frame issues before. It's kind of wild. Everything's kind of clean so far. No major incidents so far, but we have a weaving Haas in the back. Let's stay with alongside this major pack here. As we have the Alpine of Licorice already into the wall, losing the back end of the car. And we have another car coming across the circuit, taking the 2 McLaren brothers out. And then we have more carnage in the back. Wow. And I don't know if it's latency or server lag, but there was so much contact already being shown between the drivers. People flying into the wall. Zach has called it. Bert's already out. Lick was the first one to spin, but didn't cause any of the major incidents. I think he's going to line up Zach nicely, and he does. Perfect connection. Perfect execution there. I don't know if the drivers are opting for a race restart. Rappel's gone! Dodging his teammate slightly just off the circuit. As Rappel goes for the old reset the track technique. Often admins find it very effective at certain times of need. But we are still racing. As I'll try to see if it's actually just server, or if it's just me that's lagging, but I'm smooth when I'm switching between. So 4 drivers out before lap 1 is finished. Kopsky's already put in saying bruh. Teammate is also down into 11th position, but only 1 position off the points. Masticle's there. We already have another DNF if that's Yumpsy. Yumpsy has retired the car. Just retired it. We might be getting maybe a restart. AT Mobile's also left the session. From pole to starting last, question mark? Wait, was there like a glitch in like the starting grid? These teammates are going to start, not teammates, but rivals, Crystal and Bert, going side by side. Let's see if Crystal lines them up for a finishing blow. Oh no, he's got that wing damage. He won't be able to catch up to that Burt momentum. But are these guys still racing? Because Vass seems to be disconnected. I don't... Oh, here we go. He would have hit the wall if he stayed flat. And he's decided to retire from the session as well. So these drivers are just having a little bit of fun before probably just restarting this session here. Because once qualifying finished, I just went on my phone. So I didn't even realize if there was like a thing with qualifying, but I don't know if we're still racing because no one's near each other. So, dude, look at the lag. Oh my god. It's the game, like nothing else right now is throttling for me. Like, if when I pause it, it's fine. Dude, is the game fucked? Like, I'm looking at my CPU and my memory and it's fine. This is like broken as fuck. This is scuffed. Oh, and there's Repel. He'll probably be like, alright guys, now let's restart. And the intervals are broken. Very nicely done. Oh yeah, fucking XT Gunner for the prime, and then the other Williams brother, Bad Voodoo AU comes in. Yeah, prime for the boys, yo, primes. If you didn't know, I'll do my best Ludwig impression. If you didn't know about prime, don't give Bezos more money. Give Bezos free money to me. Williams hot lap, dude. Like this, another session's completely scuff. FNL and scuff sessions, man. It's 1 for 1. I reckon the season's starting next, like, in a month. Right. Are they actually going to keep racing? Surely not, right? Like, there's nothing here. I guess if Technique wants to catch up, but the game looks so scuffed. Is Bert really P3? Yes, he really is. Consistency is key, and he's on the podium. Yumsy has left the session. Masticles has left the session. Dude, this is the most scuffed thing. I'm literally looking at like my stuff, and it's fine. The game is just dying. I just put that there. And I think that's the session done. It is. The session has now been finished. I believe it's a restart. So, if you guys are still alive and you want to join the Discord to get in, you may. I don't know if there was a grid error when they loaded in because I looked away. But I didn't think it was a Mercedes 1-2. But there was some 5 grid place penalties given out. But for what we're looking at, dude, I don't know if it was a fucking game, dude. Oh, we're not even gonna get like, oh, hey me, just me, just vibing. Cool. So while we wait to see what happens, I'm just gonna. So just have a look. Oh wait, you know what? Because the boys subscribed. There we go. We'll be right back. I just want to get an invite and so forth. So I'll be back on the mic once everything is sorted out. I'll be back soon. Dun, 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 dun. We're never gonna have a smooth session. I feel like it's just not gonna happen. You know what this needs? Some alleyways. Oh, we're starting anyway. So we're going to go straight to the race? Free practice? No race. We're back like we never left. It's nice to see that we have consistency here at FNL and everything fucks up, and same with RPL. Just nothing seems to want to work. Ten seconds till the race start, ladies and gentlemen, as we into the race restart. 40, nearly 50 minutes into the session. One, two, three, four, 5 red lights. And away we go once again here at FNL. Oh, he's already forcing the Rebel driver nice and wide off the start, as we don't see much chaos happening in the back, but already giving him the huge squeeze. Going into Massacles. Oh! Oh my god, is that Dills? No, that was Zack Attack. Absolute huge carnage there. We can probably potentially get the clip from the start as well. Yeah, so you can see him get forced out wide And then afterwards, you can see Zach just gets slammed into the wall by his own back end. So let's see, have Noel. Noel just comes back at Kopsky here off that quite a strong aggression coming off the start gates there, as he's got his teammate right behind him of AT Mobile, and we have more carnage in the back as drivers are starting to come across. This Rappel has found an issue with it, probably another driver or an individual error. Zach's trying to get control of his car with no front wing plate, and we already have a virtual safety car 5 turns in, so we could see a few drive-through penalties given to these drivers. Oh, do we have what happened to Null? As AT Mobile has overtaked under yellows. Oh, and there he goes. Wait, what's happened? And he's got reverse. What's happening? The Red Bull. Has he been lagged out of the session? Is the timing completely different to him? Fantastic start. Like, it's just... And we're back to green flag racing. Haas's have taken over the world here with the top 2. But then our telemetry has decided to not work. Yeah, so once again, telemetry is not going to be my friend today. So we have 2 packs that we can see on the track map from any minute now, cascading down into the back of Crystal Paladin, and then we have from Kopsky all the way down to Kane. Let's see if there's any moves coming down here. No, a bit of a DRS train. And Licorice has retired from the Grand Prix! Just the timing as well, up Rouge and Radion. We've seen 2 drivers already lost it there in the qualifying session and in the race, and he was on the medium compound as well. That's the reason why we saw so many people lose it in qualifying, was the mediums just not having enough traction. Michael, I sent you an email. Yeah, Red Bull not going to be too happy with that one. Just have an email, just make sure he's not slamming the fucking door. As Licorice has gone for a fantastic move down the inside of the sweeping left-hander there. So Ferrari getting the job done there with a nice aero package. Let's see how Masticles goes on the back here of the F1 2020 champion of Kane. As Vass has a bit of a twitchy setup. That back end coming out quite often there, coming through the house turn there. Haas already taken a 2-second lead from A2 Mobile, so he's already taken a huge advantage into this race. As Dill is actually finding the back of A2. He might have a bit of damage here. That's probably collecting him to be a bit slower than his teammate. Let's see. Oh, as he avoids the incident to turn 1 from the Mercedes of Vass. And let's see how he trails, as DRS is now available to all the drivers. Let's see what he can pull off. A bit of toe braking here, Sector 1 yellows. Is that any minute now? He has also made a mistake. Red Bull have having an awful day at the office, and we'll flick back to Vass and Kane. He gets him done comfortably before the braking zone up the Camel Straight, as he also retires from the race. So that's 2 victims of Red Bull being thrown out of the window here in this preseason test. So Inspire, they're just not getting the job done, as Dills has actually gotten the move done into P2 and flying forward into the view of Kopsky. Masticles wants to chase down Vass with his 3/10 difference, going through Blanchimont, Pouin here, and then at Blanchimont into Sector 3 is where he'll catch most of the gain up, and then probably take him into the inside of the bus stop chicane. So we'll stay on board with him, because we'll potentially see a move coming up. He's within 5/10, so plenty of range for him, as well as 83% ERS. It's Silverstone all over again. Any glitches yet? Rev glitch is prominent on certain cars, only, but it's like less muffled. Glitch-wise, telemetry is still a thing. I think there was a huge glitch at the start of the last race. Is that Dills going really slow? It is. What's happened to Dills? He's lost his entire front wing at one point. What on earth has happened to Dills? He must have made contact with A2 Mobile there. He was the only rival that was close enough, or unless it was an individual error. But that's another massive thing I've missed. 2 front wings completely just removed out of nowhere. I'd like to see what happened to him after the race in the Discord. But Kane is flying. A2 Mobile just gets consumed in the DRS and then taken into the braking zone. Once again, 2 moves in the same spot as Kane is just showing it how easy it is with the DRS, NERS going up, Eau Rouge Radion and Camel Straight. Let's see how Burt pace is against the Yumps. Yellow flag, sector 1. Maybe it's just a slow car coming out the pit, and Newell has decided to finally retire his car. Oh, Crystal has made an individual mistake here. Up in with those medium compounds, probably catching a little bit of the curb. Wait, there's another car that seems... Oh, that's just the Red Bull just parked there. We could probably get a view from Dills here coming up to where he's decided to park the car. And just on the off-road there. It's not too dangerous. But, oh no, but we have a safety car deployed on lap 4. So drivers on the soft compound tyre can go and pit onto the mediums. The people on the mediums most likely just have to go and stay out and use the mediums a little bit longer than pit for softs, maybe 2 laps later during safety car. But this is what we're looking at here, ladies and gentlemen. The first race completely glitched out. Probably, I think the one glitch, I think that's why we did the restart, was Kopsky actually being thrown. He qualified at the start of the grid, and he got thrown all the way back down to the back of the grid. He didn't have any penalties whatsoever, but that's what happened. So that's why I think the main restart happened, but it took a few laps before we actually started to, restart the thing. Only 7 laps post safety car. Yeah, exactly. I think the softs are the ones to go for. Just finish the race with those. I think they'll definitely survive. Not super quick at the end compared to the mediums, but that's all you have. You're not going to go on the hards here. So everyone's up for the mediums. Let's see if any of the medium runners are going to come in for softs, and they do. Ferrari with a slow pit stop and a 5-second time penalty for Crystal. So once again, super glitchy, I think, overall. I'm not sure what prompted the safety car. Surely it wasn't the retirement on track that did that, because that would be, I feel like, a bit silly. As we have... So after 5 laps, let's see who the biggest winners and losers are going into this, as everyone has done their pit stop. So Kane is our top... Oh, no, actually, Technique and Yumpsy both up 9 positions, flying up into 5th and 6th. Kane is up 5 positions. Our biggest loser, obviously, Newell. Oh my god. What's going on here? Was that contact? Did I just see contact? Oh my god, dearie me. I think someone's lagging out here. As his car is ghosted. He's lacquer banding all over the place. Cars driving through it. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. Safety car is good for dealers, potentially work back towards A2. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that complete front wing rip-off. I actually want to know what happened to that, because yeah, this is a bit of a weird lobby, because maybe the wings are just disappearing by cars, toggle, like flipping back because of, like, lacquer banding and stuff like that. If you know what Rocket League is, it's that lacquer band ping when someone's side by side with you. It can just take off a front wing, and with the damage model that this league has selected, it can be more prominent than the rest of the damages across. And he has rejoined the session, so he did lag out. Must have just missed his name pop up at the bottom. So safety car's got to go one more lap around by the looks of it. The drivers are moving as much as they can to keep those tyres nice and warm. Under safety car conditions, all the F1 drivers, real life, are like just going, hey man, the safety car's going too slow, but when you actually look at the TV, the GoPro footage inside that of that AMG Mercedes, they are absolutely throwing that fucking thing around. Like, it's a ton car, it's a ton, nearly 2-ton machine. That it's absolutely getting whipped around this track max, and obviously to an F1 car, it's nothing to them. So they want to keep the tire temperature up to an optimal position. Same with the brakes, because their brakes are going to be actually very cold going into turn 1, so they might over brake that. Tires just finding grip, especially going up Eau Rouge and Raidillon. Everyone on the mediums, we're definitely going to see someone stack up the top of the hill. My money on crashing out at the top. I mean, McLaren luck is not good, so that's probably paying like $1.20. Crystal is, I think he's on the softs. I need to check because he has lost it twice in qualifying, so his odds will be quite high. He's on soft, so he's not going to lose it. People on the hards are going to be finding a bad time to find grip. But yeah, let's just toggle through the paddock here. Everyone's standing a reasonably good distance from each other. No one hitting each other for fun, for penalties. Thank you. Needed a drink. Safety car is in this lap. Let's see how Kopsky slows down the pack. I think we're yet to see someone pull it off properly by actually giving the safety car some distance. Let's see what happens here. As he does, he's laying it off nice and slow, giving himself plenty of time. Is it randomly just a driver off the grid there? Probably got a penalty for that, or a warning at least. And Kopsky's decided to call it early. He's actually not planted enough, but he's actually came off by guard, and he's already flying. I think there's already a good 1.3 seconds. It is 1.4. Caught him off guard. Let's see the back of the field. This is the one that's most important. And it's actually caught a lot of drivers off the mark there on how early he jumped it. But great tactic. He slowed down enough for the safety car to be in safe enough for him to pull the trigger nice and early. Let's see if anyone loses it going up the top. It looks like the Mercedes has kept it side by side with Mobile as well. And these guys are going side by side into the braking zone. He's not in front yet, so he might have to swing behind him, and he does. He stays behind Vas for the meantime. All the other drivers have stayed nice and clean, going through the starting couple turns. And he's going to switch back behind him as well. So A2 is just staying behind Vas for the meantime, as his technique wants to take a peek. So A2 wants to go side by side. Oh! Vas closing the door, and then O2 has to come across as well. So that could have potentially been a huge incident there. Let's see how A2 retaliates there, as Vas was just slowly closing the door, and he does nearly force him onto the grass. So we have yellow flags into sector 2. Doesn't seem like a huge issue for now. So let's go and stay on board with these three flying through. And he gets a better run. Technique is side by side, but he's going to get boxed in by Vas. Vas is either going to concede the position to A2, or he's going to concede the position to Technique. Oh! And there's contact from A2 Mobile from the back of Vas. A2 makes back contact of Vas, causing them to both spin around. Technique being the best driver out of them, getting both positions done cleanly because of that. And then Yumsy follows behind them as well. It looks like ghosting was prompted up because it is testing. But wow, that's not going to go down in the chat currently. I mean, yeah, A2 had a better run. He's obviously got the slipstream, but you got to know that you just can't go through cars. This is why I'm with Vodafone. Exactly, Vodafone is just king for value if you're in the suburb area, but if you've got to go outside of that, I think you got to go with Telstra. So Dills flying back up to P4 after 2 drivers getting caught up with an incident, and then 3-second time penalty for Yumpsy. Thank you for the hydration. Come on. So, thank you. And a stretch. Okay. Thank you. Back is nice and stretched. Yumpsy going nice and wide, 4/10. So, where is the closest battle? I think it's just still these guys. Oh, actually, on the recovery on against Burt here, it doesn't look like he's got any front wing damage. It must have been just slight contact. So let's see how he goes against the Aston Martin driver. And it's never a good time to drive with emotion. Let's see if he's going to make the same mistake twice. He doesn't. He's going to go down the inside the entire time, I believe, and then whip it around the outside of Blanchimont. As Burt is actually going back in front with those softs. Electric speed. And he's got more ERS to use as well as Zach starts the DNF. And he's going to go slamming down the inside, pulls the car up in the mediums, and he gets the job done at the bus stop chicane. So Yumpsy, Technique still on the back of each other, and Dills has got his eye on both of them, recovering from that unsure error on how his front wing just disappeared as he's coming up over Rouge Radion. Inside that DRS, he's going to start using it as we have Masticles. He's actually lost the car in the same spot. I believe he's lost it twice now. And then Repel, his teammate, gives him the old wave past. Side by side, Yumpsy and Technique. He has his nose in. He's very famous for sticking his nose in particular areas to find overtakes where it's rarely done, and he finds it done comfortably through No Name as well. And he's already breaking that 4/10 barrier as well. So he's flying through. So Technique trying to bounce back from that. But Dills is on the back of him as well. It looks like he's lost a huge amount of pace from that. He might have actually got a little bit of wing damage, making that side pod contact. The dirty air not helping Dills in the braking zone, getting his line nice and wrong. But Yumpsy, from pushing the car, has given himself another 3-second time penalty. So we can have a look at the bell. Oh no, there's Dills! Oh, and he's absolutely shattered that front wing. Confetti across the entire track. Oh, Dills, mate. It's a McLaren. It's the McLaren curse, brother. Another fantastically driven race until another big individual moment. It leads up to him and it hurts the soul. So he's got to let these people go. And he does. As the teammates are battling side by side, Constructors champions of last season. Their chemistry is just built up from them battling constantly of who's the #1 driver. Whoa! Thank you, Game, for the follow. Unlucky with the race, though. I think I said it week 1, and it stayed true so far, Kane. It's just not the year. It's just not your year. It's 3 retirements, brother. 4? 3. 4? I think it's 4. Masticles just flying past. That's what DRS is for. And also I've got to do the Kimzodi. Oh! Thank you. Oh, and there's Masticles! Goodbye, my brother. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. And now everyone is like 1.2 to 3 seconds away from each other. So we've got like 2 laps of nothing. But Crystal staying with it is actually going to get P9 in this test. Unless Dills is... Oh, he's actually going to get Dills here because he has... Oh no, he's got that front wing change. I thought he was still driving without one. So yellow flags again. Is this Kopsky? Did we see an individual error from Kopsky there? Did he reset to track? I think Bert's made an individual mistake as well in the same spot. No, not Bert. Those tyres are screaming. Absolutely screaming. Yeah, Yamsi's on the back of Kopsky now. He must have made a mistake in the bus stop, catching the curb and spinning the car around, and then obviously a quick reset the track is saving you some time. So this is a very powerful last lap. Yamsi does have 6 seconds to his name, so it doesn't matter for Kopsky, but it's all about the integrity of finishing first on track. Most drivers hold that higher than actually just keeping the race clean with no time penalties. But in saying that, it does sound better saying that you did finish first. He's absolutely rinsing the car to the limits of pulling off another 3-second time penalty in no name, fun enough. He's actually somewhat pulled off 4 tyres off the circuit. You get to the point when you have enough time penalties, just go stuff it, I'm just going to keep pushing. And he's got 10% ERS. Kopsky's got around the same as well, and he's within 4/10. So let's see, on this final couple turns, how much Yamsi wants this, even though he's got 9 seconds to his name. As he's going to get, oh no, that was Crystal getting 3 seconds. Oh, millimeters from the wall of the house there, from that dirty air, just oversteering nearly into the barrier there. Understeering. No, but he's not close enough. Will he cut it just for fun? No, but he might try and force him into an error here. Oh no, but actually Yamsi makes the error. Catching the curb in the bottom of the car. Oh, and he's gone and taken the front wing off before doing so. Trying to take out technique, and he's got to pull off some doughies. Might as well. You got 9 seconds, and you got 13 seconds to the next car, which is your teammate, and he probably got to jump you now. Yep. And Rappel has retired the car or crashed, jumping over the grass most likely. But that was the race. Haas take the 1-2. I say Haas take 1-2, and that's probably that's never going to happen IRL. But with controversy, as A2 takes Vass from behind, absolute blindside maneuver that you would do on GTA to pull someone over. He's absolutely pulled that off, and Vass slides into P4 in front of Yamsi from his antics at the end of that race. Driver of the day goes to Technique, so he gets to pick the race for the... I'm kidding. We're not doing 5 laps. So Kopsky, A2, Technique, your top 3 with penalties to their names. Technique coming from 14th position, finishing P3, so big driver of the day for him. Dills takes the fastest lap before making those errors that I'm still not sure what happened to him. But then obviously the biggest upset's been Team Red Bull, just either internet or just losing the back end of the car. Just a wild session. Just a wild session here at FNL. As we have to wait because we're spectating, so we can't do anything. I'm going to just check the attendance to see if we're doing another race. We are doing Silverstone next. Jeez Louise.
hanging out his mouth. He's the cowboy kid, yeah, found a 6-shooter gun in his dad's closet, in a box of fun things. I don't even know why, but he's coming for you. Yeah, he's coming for you. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, faster than my bullet. Daddy works a long day. He be coming home late, and he's coming home late, and he's bringing me a surprise. 'Cause dinner's in the kitchen and it's packed in ice. I've waited such a long time. Yeah, this slide in my hand is not a quick pull trigger. I reason with my cigarette. Say your hair's on fire, must have lost your wits, yeah. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, faster than my...
Oh, we back? Oh yeah, we back. And now we are at Silverstone. And it's a one-shot qualifying here, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll get all the props up. And A2. Jeez. Once again, Lanesy's not king. As our driver's champion from last year is now currently in the P1 spot for qualifying. And he's coming into the final 2 turns. See if he finds the grip needed to beat the Haas. And he does a 126, a 125.9 and a 126.3 for A2. So yeah, the 3 boys of Kane, A2 and Rappel is our top 3 for qualifying. Once again, drivers champion showing up when the pace is needed. Okay, A2, Mobile, Rappel, Kopsky is our top 4. Then it's Zach, Technique, Vass, Papa Fresh. Welcome back into race 2. Any minute now, Bert. and the rest of the paddock either invalidating. Two, three, four, five red lights. And away we go here at Silverstone, and we have any minute now starting in pole position. So there's clearly a glitch in Sewell where we have basically a reverse grid. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Yeah, and the lobby just feels like arse. Oh, and there goes Yumpsy. I don't know if they're going to start taking each other out now or not. Dude, am I fucking lagging out every time this session like just glitches out like this? Jeez, this is horrible. And there's the rev glitch. Seems to it all calm down now. Virtual safety car. Technique's front wing has been ripped off. Any minute now starting in pole for no reason is still in pole. Still in P1. Yumpsy, who I thought went flying around, is still with us. And he's got to get a 5-second time penalty due to the fact that the assist is off, and people should know that. It's kind of wild how many glitches are still in this game after like a huge patch. So any minute now who qualified nowhere near the top 4, started in pole. We currently have someone in P1 in 15th. The latency feels so bad. Welcome, Ghosty. Oh, you no longer have the number 1 next to your name. Do you get to pick like what shows up in chat? Did the game get worse? Yes. It's like they added and removed glitches. So apparently the rev glitch is gone, but it's been like suppressed. So when it happens, all you hear is like the downshifting, but it's multiple times. So now in qualifying, no matter what the length is so far, you won't start where you're placed. So any minute now who didn't finish, I think in the 10, started in pole. The latency's a lot worse now because I think there's so many glitches occurring at the same time that is like making the game feel like shit. Because I'm looking at my CPU and my like GPU all the time, and there's no issue, nothing with the like network as well, which is fine. But like, look how slow it is. It looks like shit because it feels like shit. And I think the drivers are feeling the same thing when they're driving as well. Like, there's ghosting that's appearing, even though ghosting's like off. Like, the drivers are driving side by side, latency difference. Like, Noel in the last race was leading or was fighting for the lead, and then just his car just turned and he had an X next to his name all of a sudden. So I don't know if it's the servers, but man, it is poor today. We had to do a race restart, so that's why we've been streaming for longer than usual as well. And plus, like, the length of track, we've picked like two of like one of the longest tracks, especially with Spa. It's a very long track, only 12 laps. But look, like the getting thrown all over the place, and it's kind of like unwatchable. It's just unwatchable. Can't really do anything. And then once we restarted it for the last race, it was actually smooth throughout. Like, you can see ghost trailings that are happening on the cars because of how bad it's happening. Like what the fuck? And Zach's now retired. He's crashed out. Commentate with your eyes closed, please. You alright? I'll give you guys the same experience as well, yeah? So what I'm seeing, let's go towards, I think, the front of the pack. Alright. I am now going to, okay, there's a safety car now. I was about to say, I'm going to switch to be right back and then minimize the game. But safety car. So safety car's got to remove 2 laps from this race. Look at him, he's just fucking thrown around the screen. Like a being all over the place. Oh wow. Just how can the game feel like this? Bruh. What the fuck is happening? Dude, this is so bad. I'm like lagging out. There's no way. Yeah, Papa Fresh, disqualified from session, ignoring yellow flags. So he got disqualified. Mo missed the pits. Yep. Dude, I feel like it's my P. Like, there's no way. I need Alt F4 for a better view. Might have to. It's funny how the menu just feels clean as fuck. Like, definitely not like latency, man. Like, Might as well like Alt F4 and just reload the game just to see. We're on the safety car. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave the session. And then just rejoin it. Dun 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 dun. And look, no sound. Whoa! Now we have no sound. We've made it worse. And we got it back because pausing the game does that. I think leaving the session rejoin actually made the frames like my latency, I guess. If I can blame myself for this, but I'm not. Yeah, the smooth thing's the main thing. Because last race when this occurred, when the order was all shuffled round, it was that bad until the restart, and then it was all smooth again. So it's literally when the glitch occurs, it's just unwatchable to a point. Like for spectators, it's just unwatchable. So hopefully it stays smooth enough to the end of the race, because we're gonna break halfway through, and only really have 7 laps of racing. So. It doesn't look good. It's still choppy, yeah, look. Gross, man. Slowly dying. How long has this game been out for? Wow. Spectating is just dead. I don't even think this is like worth commentating. Like not like. Oh, look, there's a dead Red Bull. In slow, caught in 4K, super slow. Thanks, Komar's been up for 2 years. And look, now it's just randomly smooth as fuck, and then just not. I don't get it. We were racing before, qualifying, none of this occurred. One shot qualifying, none of it occurred. As soon as the glitch occurs, and it's just this for the rest of the race for spectating. Yeah, I don't know about this. Fuck, I'm this close. It's actually kind of like smoother just pausing it. Nah, this is like unwatchable. I'll leave and rejoin again, but like, if not, I will just call it. It's just pre-season. Best thing about it being invited by everyone, just so much quicker. Well, that smooth part of gameplay lasted a whole lot of less than 30 seconds. Whew. Nah. Let's see if Copsy can make a move in less than 5 frames per second. Even the Haas color, like coloring of the car, is just disappearing. And yeah, wait, they're under a safety car. Like 2 laps to go. What the fuck is this? Oh man, I'm a fucking head out. Why is this game so fucking shit? Just do a Pez. Just say it's a seasonal update. Just keep it. You did so many updates last year that you kind of had it good for like 2 months, but everyone overplayed it because of league racing and then it died. Just do a seasonal update. Stop bringing out new shit every year. It fucking doesn't fucking work. Nah, I can't. Whole of last race was fine. This, when the glitch, yeah, I can't. Not staying around for that. Yeah, nah. Thank you all to that watched. I'll try and stream Sunday for RPL's second testing, but if it's anything like what happened last week and what's happened already on Friday, I don't know if I have the strength to do it. So I don't know. But thank you to thank you to XT Gunner and Bad Voodoo, the team of Williams, for using their Prime subs and thing on me. Thank you very much, and then Kane for also following as well during the stream. But yeah, I'll see you guys for the next one. Good luck to the rest of those drivers for the race. I literally want to watch because it's a safety car, but I can't because Codemasters are not letting spectators have a fun time. So I'll see you